Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for the month of September 2018 for Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio. Energy around your situation. This month is Eight of Swords. This has been cropping up on this run of readings for September. So yes, feeling entrapped, feeling the mind sort of over the matter. So try to just turn the mind down or switch it off altogether and go to your intuitive side, Scorpio. Eight of Swords is always a bit of an annoying energy because we can't help but go over and over some things in our mind, never getting resolution, and that's why it's annoying, because it's just that music that won't turn off. Anyway, let's see what's happening, Scorpio. Let's move on. This is where you are right now. The Devil, and he's been here before in the forecasts already, and that's just temptation, feeling stuck. There's absolutely no need to feel stuck, by the way, Scorpio. I know that you have been through a lot of trials and tribulations in the last 6 months, so turn down the dial on your mental energy and just try to address issues as they come up, especially with anything that you might be grappling with in terms of temptation or, you know, wanting to do things differently to get a different result. Very Capricornian, the energy of the Devil too. Capricorns like it because it's very sort of a material type of energy, but however other people feel, especially Scorpios, feel it doesn't sit very well with them because they're much more they rely on intuition and feelings more than, you know, focus on the work. Let's see what's brought it here though anyway, Scorpio. Let's get on. Ten of Cups. So Ten of Cups energy crosses the whole cross for today, so, and the reading in fact, so we can go back to that. You should be feeling emotionally satisfied and having done really well to come through the last couple of months. As I said earlier, of trials and tribulations, lots of transformation for you. So emotionally, you know, deal with those issues that the Devil brings up, the temptation. Try to do things differently. As emotionally, you're doing quite well. You're in a good place. Everything's sort of sorted out. You've come out over the top of all the problems, but I guess that the lingering energy with this Devil is probably, and the transformation is, oh my God, what if I've overlooked something and I end up back in a hole again? Well, you won't. So just go with that Ten of Cups and know that emotionally you have tackled a lot of issues and you should be feeling quite pleased with yourself overall with the latest journey that you've been on. The background energy for this, the last couple of months or whatever backs it up. Queen of Swords, very clarifying energy she has, and you've had to use clarity of the mind to get through the last couple of months, and you've done it successfully. It's been a particularly difficult time for you guys mentally. Just, you know, tackling all the different issues. Queen of Swords is very much the air signs, so very much a mental energy as well. However, you have achieved this, Queen of Swords. You have been able to use clarity to get you through this situation that's been happening for you. So just know that that's good, and use the clarity of the mind at all times. Try not to get bogged with the Eight of Swords and giving your personal power away to situations. You can get through anything, Scorpio. You frequently go on these bouts of transformation, and it's always you know, successful for you guys, because you can just handle that, the intensity of it. Sometimes it's just where you sit at home really within yourselves and your character and personality. So well done there as well. Recent influences, Six of Pentacles. So things starting to, in the last couple of weeks, just balance out again. Giving and receiving energies. Yeah, keep that in mind too. What I'm getting with you though, things have been really good. You've resolved a lot of issues too, especially with work, things like this, moving house, just the material aspect of your lives are in balance at the moment. And just make sure the giving and receiving are in equal portions. Don't let that seesaw tip into, you know, unpleasantness where you feel like you've been giving too much and not receiving enough. So Six of Pentacles comes in just to remind you that you've got that nice balance happening. It's a very generous energy as well. So just go with that and know that things are sort of evening out again, despite the fact of the Eight of Swords as the energy around, and the Devil, that temptation and that feeling stuck. The lesson. Page of Cups, the messenger card of the emotions. So new things coming in, the wheel turning around for you too, getting back into that emotional stability again. Messages coming through for you, new things to look forward to, lots of new stuff post your transformation. There's lots of new emerging emotions and things to look into for yourself. Lots of messages flying back and forth with relationships and relating to people too. It's extremely good for you because the clarity of mind you've mastered with the Queen of Swords as well. So pretty much getting ready for the next journey, the next chapter in your life. So Page of Cups is indeed very much at home, and a good lesson for you to just use that good energy. And you know, the more you sort of put messages or energy out, the more you will receive. Near future. Now there might be something of a personal relationship sort of on the horizon as well, or it might be just have moved in also, which perhaps for Scorpio too is that with this Devil sitting in the here and in where you are right now, can be perhaps attracting a new type of person into your life, knowing, you know, that you're feeling quite good emotionally at the moment, but just making sure that if someone new has come in, or you're contemplating going out with someone new, or in that kind, in the realms of relationship, near future sort of says choose wisely and use your intuition to make sure that there is a great deal of reality with this relationship, because Seven of Cups can often sort of veer off into fantasy land a bit, where we think, you know, it's nice to have attention, it's nice to have somebody coming in and giving us that attention and asking questions and just making us feel better, but just make sure that this energy is even for you. If it feels a bit unbalanced, well, just dial it back a bit. Don't try not to sort of jump the gun too much, because you might be just worried about attracting that same sort of relationship energy that you've had before, and that may be a concern for you. So just pay attention emotionally to how you feel about situations if there's someone new on the horizon, which there could well be coming through. So very interesting. Always, you know, if it probably seems too good to be true, it often is. Just with that little tip in there to keep grounded with your emotional attractions, I guess. Let's see what's happening that you're not realising. The Chariot, fantastic. So in your fellow water sign, this is this card for the Cancerian people. So it's about emotional discipline, and interesting how it follows from the Seven of Cups, that fantasy land type of energy, where, and then you come down to the Chariot where it's emotionally disciplined. So you will emotionally know signs and symptoms of, oh, have I attracted the same type of energy in again in terms of relationship, or have I mastered that discipline to know when to keep it, you know, let things move slowly, feel like that you're in control of it for your emotional discipline. Don't get sort of veered off the course and therefore landing back with the devil there in that awful temptation, sort of stuck feeling. Let's see how others see you. Yes, battling on there. Five of Swords, lots of things going on, lots of struggles, lots of air, lots of mental energy once again. So pick your battles. Lots of stuff happening for you as well. Bit of a hangover from the last couple of months, but yeah, just make sure that you keep your mind straight on where you want to go. Don't get embroiled in other people's energy where, you know, they might be trying to say, what are you doing? What's this? What's that? Questioning your situation at the moment. You just pick your battles. And yeah, trust and rely on your intuition with things, and especially other people. Usually with the Five of Swords, they do have best interests at heart, but sometimes can't help themselves sort of having an opinion on what's happening in your life. So that's an interesting, and perhaps too, because you've come through this transformation recently, people around, family members, etc., could have their own opinions on how you're doing things. But I believe just use your own intuition to get through your struggles, and yeah, just keep moving forward. Don't worry so much about minor scuffles and battles. Positive feelings, Scorpio. Yes, here we have Four of Pentacles. This has been coming up for other signs as well for this month. Learning when to let go. Just let things go. Go with the flow. Also a bit of a hangover from transformation, as well as, you know, concern about finances, things like that. I believe you're on a good track in terms of coming through. You're balanced here with the Six of Pentacles. Just try and loosen up a bit your grip on something if you're feeling like you're holding on tight onto finances or situations. Also, Four of Pentacles can talk about past life sort of influences of always sort of, you know, not knowing when to let go, always hanging on and then feeling like I should have let go of that situation. So if that crops up, just let it go and see where it drops. Everything will be fine. Just be aware of that energy sitting around you for September. The final outcome for September is Eight of Pentacles. So a fabulous way to end the month. Having worked very hard, finding something to put your energy back in again, and really working hard. And also perhaps if it's a new job or moving on to a new promotion, a new avenue in the work field, you're going to do really well because you've got all the attributes you need to do well. You work hard, you're a very committed person, there's money to be made, and there's no need to be overly worrisome about finances. Eight of Pentacles can also talk about doing a different job, a new job that you've always wanted to do, but using all that vast amount of experience you have and applying it to that and doing really well. So overall for the month of September, it looks really fabulous. Coming through a few little obstacles as well, but the final outcome speaks for itself. Things going really well for you. So let's just pull an additional card for you just to clarify the whole situation for the month. Karma. The more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. In its simplest form, karma implies cause and effect. Karma can give you the courage to look deeper into your past actions and take full responsibility for life as it is unfolding, knowing that you planted the karmic seeds in the past, flowers or weeds, fortunate or unfortunate, they are all there with you. So what a lovely card to have. So just remember that with all the other attendant cards we have, karma makes a lot of sense for your additional clarification reading for September. Thank you, Scorpio. Goodbye.